Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Coaching Corner. It is Tuesday. You know, this is one of my favorite days because we have the Coaching Corner, and I get to come on and talk with you guys, and we talk about all things special education. For those of you who are new, I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. And I am the founder and CEO of the IEP Coach LLC. We are an education company and we specialize in providing professional development and coaching support to special education teams, teachers, and paraprofessionals so they can thrive in their roles and keep their schools out of litigation. Okay, that's just a little bit about what we do at the IEP Coach. And we have the Coaching Corner every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we talk about all things special education. We focus on a topic. And then once we're done, we have live Q&A. So you can come on and get your questions answered directly. Okay, you don't gotta wait. You can just ask your questions, any questions that you have. Okay, so before we get started, make sure you drop in the comments where you are tuning in from and share out this live. Tonight's topic is going to be great. First of all, every topic that we do every Tuesday is a phenomenal topic because it's important. But this topic, oh, I love it. We're not broke. We're misaligned. What SPED teachers really need and how leaders can deliver it. Yo, I can't wait to get into this topic. I can't wait to get into this topic. But first, let's share out the live. And as I'm telling you to share it out, I'm sharing it out as well. Oh, the weather has broken. Oh, it was cold today. Like I had a hat on today because it is cold. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and share out the live. You know, any administrators, APs, definitely share this live out with them. Okay. All right, and also, before we get started, jump into the nitty gritty. We have a free webinar next month that will take place December the 11th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is called Progress Monitoring 101, the missing system costing your school growth and how to fix it. This is specifically for our school leaders, our SPED directors, our principals, assistant principals. This is for you, okay? And I'm telling you, you need this. This is for you. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of progress monitoring for your school. If it's chaotic, how you need to get this streamlined and corrected if it needs to be corrected before winter break starts. Because listen, progress monitoring drives everything. And it benefits all of your teachers, all of your students, because if you're not progress monitoring correctly, if you don't have a proper system, how can you progress monitor? How can you then make those data-driven decisions for all your students, general ed students and special education students? Okay, you have to know what you're looking for, and you have to have the proper tools to do that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the comments right now. It is absolutely free to register. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, jump right on in. Okay. So, yes, we're not broke, we're misaligned. That is our topic for tonight. Okay. So, we're talking about something that I know we all feel don't always, but we don't always say it out loud. Okay. We're misaligned. We're not broke. We're just misaligned. And I hear that from administrators a lot. Schools, we don't have the money. We don't got this. We're broke. No, you're not. You're not broke. You're misaligned. Okay. So after coaching, well, let me back up. Our coaching program is SPEDucators Rise. It's a group coaching program designed specifically for special education teachers. So we're giving SPED teachers everything that they need. Okay. Because there's so much to the role. Okay. So after doing about 2 cohorts of that, we just noticed just how the SPED teachers have just blossomed. They've just been empowered. They're going from reactive to being proactive to being to showing more of their leadership skills to support their students and overall support their schools to keep their schools out of litigation. Okay. So, but we do this, we support the teachers without them getting burnt out. We give the teacher strategies on how not to get burnt out. And here's the thing. Most schools, to support your SPED teacher, you don't need more money. You need more intentionality with the money, with your time and training that you already have. You do have the money. You have to make sure it's going to the right things. Make sure the time is going to the right things. And make sure you're not just doing a PD, you're doing the right PD for your special education teachers. Okay? All right. Have any of you ever felt like you're doing the work of 3 people but only getting credit for 1? Drop a me in the comments. Have you ever is this you? Is this you? Let me know in the comments, because as a former SPED teacher, absolutely. I'm going to put both hands up. That was me and a lot of my colleagues. That was us. Okay? That was us. Now, over the course of the cohorts that we coached in SPEDucators Rise, we have some lessons that we have learned. Okay? That we just learned from the teachers, the SPED teachers that we served. Now, schools are doing, now it's a mix. Some schools could do better with this, protecting their SPED teachers, but we're not positioning them. So like, you get the, oh, I see you, I support you, but you're not positioning them strategically by giving them the proper time, the proper systems, and the proper support to do their role and to do the things they need to do to support their students. So I've seen SPED teachers giving grace, but not the structure. You get a pat on the back, or I see you, I understand, I've been there, instead of a protected planning block. So it's like, you look, I see you, but you're not positioning them to excel is more of a position to remain stuck. All right. So that we don't do this, admin, like, audit your teacher's planning time. Like, especially for SPED teachers, because it's like 2 roles. They have to teach and they're case managers. Like, make sure there's a block that's untouchable so they can properly progress monitor, do their case management. First of all, this can benefit your whole school if there's just a block for all teachers. And I know you might say, oh, they got the prep, but the prep is not really the prep. Let's be honest. Prep is not really prep. You schedule meetings during the prep. You schedule the meetings during prep. You schedule a meeting for the meeting about the meeting during the prep. Let's be real. Okay? Teachers need a designated block that is specifically for them so they can get their work done. And with SPED teachers, they have like double paperwork to get done. Definitely a block that is just not touched by anybody. Okay? It's their time. All right? All right. So, another thing is to remove non-essential meetings from their schedule. Like, some of those meetings, you can send it in an email. I know people joke about that all the time, but really, is this meeting necessary? Is it necessary? Okay? And empower your SPED team to lead, not just survive. All right? Another lesson that we've learned from just the SPED teachers that we have supported is they don't need more PD. They need the right PD. You keep pushing them into PDs pertaining to their content or PDs that don't pertain to them at all. You're not giving them the right PD. The money for professional development exists for them. It exists for teachers. It's just not being directed where it's most needed. I've been in plenty of PDs. I'm like, oh my God, what are we supposed to be learning here? Like, how is this helping me? And I'm like, you spent money on this PD. What did we get out of it? What did we get out of it? And then when I hear some admins say, we don't have the funds for SPED training, I just have to stop. I have to say, I have to stop you right there, because you do. You get Title money. You get Title II money that's specifically for training for your teachers, professional development. You get IDEA money. You have PD, you have lines in your budget for it. Money you get from the state. You have it. Use it, reroute it if you need to give the teachers what they need. They need the right PD. And make it make sense for your SPED team. Because without them, who's going to keep you out of litigation? Who's going to make sure you stay out of litigation? It's always the SPED teachers are the first ones on the line, because when those lawyers, when those advocates come or lawyers come, SPED teachers are speaking on behalf of the gen ed teachers. They're speaking on behalf of the team. They're like the first line of defense for you. Okay, so give them the PD that they need. You have the money. It's there. It's in your budget. You have line items for it. Use it for what they need. All right. So use it for SPED specific training that's immediately applicable. Okay. And stop just doing that generic PD. Make it like, so it could be, you can get a training on professional development, on progress monitoring. Everybody in your school needs that. You can do also one on effective co-teaching models. Your school needs that, especially if you have those models in your school. Now, something specifically for your SPED teachers, transition planning. They need to know how to do that. They need to know how to write proper IEPs. They need to know how to lead proper IEP meetings, effective IEP meetings, and building those relationships with the parents during the IEP meetings. There's 3 right there. Make it make sense. Like, spend the money on what your SPED teachers need. Okay? Another lesson was, now, staffing is tight, but as leadership, you can still be generous. Like, we know all schools are not fully staffed. That is one of the biggest issues I hear a lot of admin discuss. The lack of teachers, the lack of not being fully staffed, not having enough staff. Even when you can't hire, you can still honor your staff. I've worked with SPED teams who were covering unfulfilled positions all year. I've even had to do that myself. There was a year two of my SPED team members, it was 5 of us on the team. Two were out on maternity leave. And the remaining 3, which included me and my 2 other colleagues, we had to fill in for them. That's a real thing. It happens. But leadership, you can still show up with some empathy and some creativity and acknowledgement. Because we understand you can't fix it. Because if you could, you would hire who you needed. And we can't say everybody is jumping on board to be a teacher. That's just not the case. So you can't fix everything, but you can see what's going on. You can see what's happening. So you can name the strain out loud, and acknowledgement builds the trust. You can reallocate duties fairly across the team, and then offer simple relief gestures. So like coverage breaks, flexible scheduling, recognition. This all helps special education teachers. This all helps them. Okay? So let's think about this. So what's one small gesture that has meant the most to you all year that your administrator has done for you? It could have been an administrator. It could have been one of your coaches. What was a small gesture that admin did for you and it really, really meant a lot to you? All right, let me see. Let's check. What's one gesture that they did that meant a lot to you? Drop it in the comments. And like I said, it could be a principal. It can be an assistant principal. All of that. All of that. Let's see. Let me check the comments. Okay, someone says, let me see. My admin. Oh, your admin sat in your classroom just for a few minutes, so you can he noticed that you was just not all the way there. Okay, that was very nice, because That was very nice. He or she acknowledged that you was having a moment and you needed to just have some just to pull yourself together. I've been there. Anybody else? Don't be scared to share. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. When it comes to you, feel free to drop it right there in the comments, okay? All right. And here's one of the last lessons that we've noticed that we've learned as we've been supporting our SPED teachers. Misalignment is fixable. It's not permanent. It is fixable, but you have to take ownership of it. You have to take ownership of the misalignment. Misalignment isn't failure. It's a signal for leadership to recalibrate. It's not failure. It's a signal to recalibrate. So when we align time, when we align training and support, everything changes. Everything changes. Teachers go from being reactive to being proactive, from surviving to leading. Okay? So, admin, start small. Do your best to protect the planning time, fund training, build the culture, evaluate your systems, not just your staff. And remember, retention is cheaper than recruitment. Retaining your teachers is way cheaper than having to recruit new teachers. So give your teachers what they need. Okay? Now, remember, we're not broke. We're misaligned, and misalignment is fixable. When our leaders and our school leaders and our principals, when you lead with creativity and care, when teachers are given time and training, that the right training, when systems serve people, everybody wins. Students win, staff win, admin, you win. All right. So if you are an administrator and you are ready to rethink how your SPED team is supported, let's talk a strategy. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop our link so you can book a call with us. You can go ahead. I'm going to drop it in the comments for you to book a call with us. And we can talk about strategy on how to support your SPED team. Okay? Let the IEP coach help you to support your team. All right. So I am dropping that in the comments. I am dropping it on comments. If you're on Instagram, you can click the link in the bio and get the link. I'm also going to just drop it here too. Hold up. I think I pressed the share button by accident. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. All right. So do we have any questions? Are there any questions? Any questions? Don't be shy about your question. It can be a SPED question. Of course, it's a SPED question, but it could be on the topic we were just talking about. If you just have a SPED question that you've been wanting to get answered, you can ask that too. And I know it takes a minute for you to get your questions together. So go ahead, take your time. And I'm just going to drop the links again for our free webinar for progress monitoring, the missing system costing your school growth and how to fix it. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link again. It is free. Please pass it on to your school leaders, to your admin. Pass it on to them. And I am dropping our link for you all to book a call if you are an administrator and you're looking to talk to get a better strategy to support your SPED team at your school. I am dropping the link for you all to schedule a call with us. It won't take no more than 15 minutes. I'm just dropping the link again. And if you have any questions, any special education questions, feel free to type them in the comments right now. Don't be shy. Do not be scared. I know it takes you a minute to type on your phone, so go ahead, ask any questions that you have. see. All right. I don't think we have any questions. If the questions come to you later, feel free to DM us or email us. We are very responsive and we will answer your question. Okay, guys, remember to be kind to yourself. Remember your capacity. You're one person and you're only able to do what you are capable of doing. When you push past your capacity, that's how you get burned out. And we do not want that to happen. All right. So remember to take care of yourself, give yourself grace, and be safe. And we will see you all next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.